is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video. And today is a Thursday, so obviously it's time for another top 10 list. My top 10 films of 2006. So let's get started. Counting down from number 10, as always. We have United 93, directed by Paul Greengrass, who directed the Jason Bourne sequels. A very good film, of course, dealing with the events of 9/11 and Flight United 93 that crashed in Pennsylvania. Even though there's practically no wreckage at the site, if you look at the photos, which is kind of odd. But that aside, it's a very tense and exciting film, very sort of straightforwardly told from the position of the air control tower, which is monitoring what's going on, and of course the passengers on board the flight who band together apparently to storm the cockpit and take down the plane and stop it from reaching whatever target it may have been aimed for, maybe the White House or the Capitol building. It's a very good film, and much like the other film from that year about 9/11, World Trade Center, directed by Oliver Stone. I like that movie a lot too, but this one I think is better. United 93 at number 10. Okay, number 9. Surprising maybe for some people, but we have Stranger Than Fiction. A very funny, very smart comedy, directed by Mark Forster, starring Will Ferrell, Emma Thompson, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Dustin Hoffman, and Queen Latifah. Ferrell plays a sort of mundane IRS agent who suddenly discovers that his life is being narrated by a writer played by Emma Watson. What am I saying? Emma Watson. Emma Thompson. It's a very funny movie, very smart. Really good performance by Ferrell in this film. It's a shame he doesn't do more movies like this. He's seemingly gone back to his Anchorman shtick. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love all those films, but he basically plays the same character in a bunch of different movies, and this film was something different from Will Ferrell. I think it's one of his best performances. Okay, number 8. I know a lot of people's favorites on YouTube. It's a great film. And of course, it's Children of Men, directed by Alfonso Cuarón. A great, exciting sci-fi thriller. The year is 2027. Humans have stopped reproducing. The youngest person on Earth is already 18 years old. People can't have babies anymore for some reason. Great film starring Clive Owen, Julianne Moore, Michael Caine, and Chiwetel Ejiofor. Just a very exciting film. Some of the shots, you guys all know about it. The tracking shots and the battle scenes towards the end are amazing. Just a very thought-provoking sci-fi film. Just really good. Children of Men at number 8. Okay, number 7. One of my favorite directors. He's become one of my favorite directors, and he had 2 great films of 2006. And that is Clint Eastwood and Flags of Our Fathers. Film obviously about the Battle of Iwo Jima, and the famous shot of the Americans raising the flag. You can obviously see it on the cover, and sort of the aftermath of that incident. Much like the other film that he made that year about the same subject. Just a great war movie. I'm a sucker for World War II. It's my favorite period of history, and military history obviously. Just a great film, but the other one is even better, and I'll get to it in a minute. Okay, where are we? Number 6. We have Blood Diamond, directed by Edward Zwick. Of course, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Jennifer Connelly, and Jimon Hunsu. Just a great, very intense sort of action-adventure film set in Sierra Leone in 1999. TIA, This Is Africa. Just very bloody, very brutal about the sort of contract conflict diamonds in sort of the Ivory Coast region of Africa. Just very brutal. Really great film. Great performance by DiCaprio. Again, showing why he doesn't have an Academy Award is criminal. I just love this film. Blood Diamonds. Sort of forgotten in the past few years, I think. It's a really good film. Yeah, just a great movie. Check it out. Okay, number 5. We have The Good Shepherd. The second film, directed by Robert De Niro. The first one being A Bronx Tale, which I love as well. But this film, starring Matt Damon, Angelina Jolie, and De Niro himself, is really interesting. Sort of about the formation of the CIA following World War II. Just a great sort of cloak and dagger film. I love movies about espionage, as you may have guessed from my love of James Bond. Brilliant performances by Damon, Jolie, and Robert De Niro. And De Niro really shows his skill behind the camera in this movie. It's a beautiful looking film, just very good. If you have not seen The Good Shepherd, I highly recommend it. Okay, number 4. I know a big favorite of people on here, and me too, because it's that good. We have Pan's Labyrinth, of course, directed by Guillermo del Toro. Just a beautiful film about a young girl who sort of escapes to a fantasy world during the Spanish Civil War. Very brutal in parts. All the war drama stuff is pretty intense at times. And then you have the beautiful visuals of the fantasy scenes with the sort of the creature effects on the back. That guy, very weird with the eye and the hand and stuff. Just a beautiful movie, all in Spanish, obviously, but if you don't mind subtitles, and I certainly don't when it comes to foreign films, just a brilliant film, Pan's Labyrinth. One of the best fantasy movies ever made, in my opinion. Okay, number 3, controversial film from a controversial person, but it's a great movie, and that's Apocalypto from director Mel Gibson. Just a brilliant movie. Few films have ever sort of transported me into a time and a place like this did. Of course, about the Mayan civilization, sort of before its downfall. Brilliant visuals, amazing sort of setting deep in the jungle. I sort of envision it on the Yucatan Peninsula, all those great places that you see in legend, so to speak. The Mayans, a very interesting culture. Lots of bloody sacrifices on tops of pyramidic temples. Is pyramidic even a word? You know what I mean. The pyramids, the step pyramids that you see in history shows and so on. Just a brilliant film. All the stuff with the Black Panther and the ball court, the games. It's a brutal and savage movie. Like I said, no other film that I can think of recently has really put you in a place that nobody really knows or understands like this film did. Apocalypto is brilliant on so many levels. Just great. Okay, number 2, like I said, the second film by this person in this list, and that is Letters from Iwo Jima, directed by Clint Eastwood. Sort of the second film about the Battle of Iwo Jima from Eastwood that year. It's just brilliant. All in Japanese. I love the fact that it's told from the Japanese point of view. That's why I liked it even more than Flags of Our Fathers. I'd say the second half of Flags of Our Fathers has some issues, but this film was perfect from beginning to end. Stars Ken Watanabe of The Last Samurai fame. Great Japanese actor. Just brilliant. I absolutely love this film, and that's why it's number 2 on my list, and big reason why I'm a big Eastwood fan, not just of him as a actor, but a director too now. Letters from Iwo Jima number 2 on my list. Okay, number 1, we have The Departed. The best film of that year, in my opinion. Martin Scorsese richly finally deserved his Academy Award win for this film as Best Director after a few films that decade that he did not win for. He finally won for this brilliant crime drama set in Boston about the Irish mob. Great cast. Again, Leo DiCaprio, brilliant. Jack Nicholson, amazing performance. His last really great performance, in my opinion. Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon, just a brilliant cast. What's her name? Oh God, the girl Vera Farmiga. That's it. Who sort of, I think this is one of the first films I saw her in. Just a brilliant movie. Goodfellas with cell phones, as it's affectionately called, and a remake of Infernal Affairs, the Hong Kong crime series. It's a trilogy now, I guess. I haven't seen those films. I've always wanted to check out the first one at least. But The Departed richly deserved to be the Best Picture winner, as did Martin Scorsese for Best Director. So that is my list, my top 10 films of 2006. Thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see ya.
Bond. James Bond.